Hello friends. First of all, I would like to thank the organizers of the forum for the invitation to participate in this important discussion. I'm very sorry that due to other prior commitments, I cannot attend in person, but I'm sure that I will have such an opportunity in the future. Undoubtedly, the biggest problem we face today is how to put an end to the war in Ukraine as soon as possible. Achieving peace there is extremely important because first, it will put an end to the terrible carnage, and second, it will prevent the conflict from turning into World War III. Fortunately, the United States has a new leadership that has shown that it sincerely strives to achieve peace in Ukraine. Unfortunately, however, things are not the same in Europe. This is precisely the issue I want to address today. As a member of the European Parliament, I constantly listen to statements from all sorts of European actors, from the European Commission, the European Council, the European Parliament. And the more I listen to these people, the more I fall into despair. Almost all European leaders look like patients who escaped from a mental health hospital and decided that they are the ones who can save the world. But we know very well that mad people cannot fix the world. They can only set it on fire. Friends, this is not a metaphor at all. Such are the realities. The head of the European Commission, Ursula von der Leyen, talks about rearming Europe. French President Emmanuel Macron brandishes nuclear weapons and threatens to use them against Russia. All sorts of other European leaders continue with the nonsense about how, and I quote, Russia should have been punished, and how, again quote, we should have helped Ukraine win. Only people who have no brains at all can talk and act like this. Europe is sinking into an increasingly terrible economic crisis, and instead of thinking about how to prevent its final collapse, its leaders are talking about new loans that should have been used for rearming. Terribly stupid people, really. While Presidents Vladimir Putin and Donald Trump are trying to end the conflict in Ukraine, European leaders are doing everything they can to prolong it. Madmen, but not madmen from Madison Avenue in Manhattan, like the characters of the very popular television series. These are madmen and madwomen from Brussels, Paris, London. The situation reminds me very much of that famous scene in the movie Underground by Emir Kusturica, in which one of the characters exclaimed, "Horror, the monkey got into the tank." We are really in a situation where European leaders have settled into tanks, and because they have no brains in their heads, are frantically pressing every possible button. These people will plunge us into the quagmire of nuclear war. We can only stop them by sending clear signals that we are firmly against their policies and by insisting that Europe should be governed by completely different people. Europe, European countries, must have leaders who think first of all about peace and not behave like lunatics. Thank you very much for your attention. I wish you success at the conference. All the best.